Right on time. Like as soon as we hit record.
Oh. That's a camera.
It's okay, we'll just roll with it. There's lots of clinking.
Yep. All right, so today and the past couple of days, what we've been working on is what we can work on right now, actually. So we've been ripping out some of the floor, trying to get that process started because we know it's going to take a minute. The little bits that we've ripped out of like the rubber mat and everything, there's no real rust, which is good. It's a really good sign. My wife, she's been outside taking the heat gun, which I know you've seen in the video, to rip off all the decals and the reflective stickers and all that. Also, still trying to work on the dash and the electrical and get all that situated. That's going to take who knows how long. Hopefully we can get it done quickly. But in the meantime, there's plenty to do in here. So we're taking the metal off of the heater pipes. And as you can see, it's a little bit of a process, or you can hear rather. And ripping the floor up. So that's where we're at now.
What are you doing to help?
Eating pizza.
The rear heater is one of those things that some people may actually want to keep in their Skoolie, but it wasn't necessary for us. Not to mention it had already been capped off by the time we got it. To remove the actual heater and the conduit that held the pipes, we really just needed a Phillips head screwdriver.
That's a good sound.
But like everything else, it took a little bit of extra elbow grease and a couple more tools to make this happen. A good crowbar and a big hammer were vital to get this thing off the floor. At that point, it freed up the space to be able to pull off the extra rubber matting that still laid on the floor. This mostly consisted of unscrewing the screws from the main walkway and then the area around each wheel well. And then it was just a matter of making a giant scrap pile outside the bus. Once everything was removed, we were able to get a crowbar up under the rubber mat, grab it with our hands, and completely roll it up off the floor. So we found out that whoever had the bus before actually already pulled the heater out of the back and had capped off the tubes, but they just left the tubes laying in here and never actually pulled them out completely. So we got the tubes pulled out. It was a pretty simple process. But the good thing is that process of capping everything off has already been done. So that's another time saver, thankfully. So all this time that we're saving, doing all this with like the seats having to be ripped out and the heater core and all that kind of stuff, that's time saved. We're just gonna end up having to probably put it back in to fix the dash and the gauges and the electrical, which is fine. I mean, you give some and you take some, but again, we got it for such a good price, you can't really complain about it. So on to the next thing.
Wonderful.
Victory!
You know where that goes.
The floor is coming out, finally. Doing great. All right, so we got a lot of different stuff done today. I did an update earlier, but probably the biggest thing now is we've just about got the entire rubber matting and everything off the floor. As you can see, it's obviously you still have the glue, but the floor is not bad looking. I mean, teeny little bits of rust here and there, but nothing crazy. So that's encouraging. So we'll go back and we'll seal everything up, and then we'll put the rust inhibitor on it before we get to laying the floors. We also took out this partition here And it definitely made us grateful that we didn't have to go in and take out all these seats, because just taking this one piece out right here was miserable. And it required one of us being below the bus, holding the nut, and then the other one taking the wrench up top and taking it out. So it was definitely a process, but we got it done. It definitely opened up some space right here. So ultimately we're gonna have to come out anyway, so that way we have a little bit more room for when the actual conversion starts. We're gonna have couches right here in the entertainment center and stuff. So it's been a lot, but we've got a lot done today. It's been a good day. So next we're gonna start taking out some of these panels at top and figuring out how to take the roof panels off with these rivets. So that's gonna be fun too. But as of now, we have a floorless bus.
Yay!